Alright. Here we go. Inquire about the Path of Blood.
The Path of Blood is a more advanced form of pilgrimage.
Just realized I never
would not
finished my
advise
coffee.
it unless you believe yourself to be free from sin. And trust me, none. The Path of Blood ends in death for those who attempt it. Consider yourself warned.
Who created this
It
trial?
was Lord Ahu's creation. He spends most of his time tinkering with toys now. The signs suggest that if we pray hard enough...
Hey, me first! Please return.
Okay. Here we go.
Something closed the door.
However, we know we don't need to talk to the statue.
There, a switch.
There's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall.
There's a slot in the center of the button. It looks like
The amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to...
the button slowly sinks in.
The source fades from the amulet. Gears turn behind the ancient... A nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
Crypt of Lucian. Alright.
You recognize the approaching child. He is hardly a picture of innocence.
Oh.
His cheeks aren't rosy, but
Surprise! You left a little boy to rot in a prison cage, and yet I'm not a little boy.
his voice changes.
Oh.
Becomes deeper.
Really, I'm not.
A razor smile unfolds upon his lip.
Yes, my...
Did not see that one coming. Charon. You have Apotheosis on permanently? That seems slightly broken, buddy. Kajun Frozen Heart? Saiva the Many Fa- Who the fuck are you people? God, I have such high initiative. Let me quickly just have a look. You don't reflect damage. Okay, cool. As for you two. Should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine here. Okay. Oh, you've been executed? Really? Oh, that's sad.
Hurts, doesn't it?
All right. Okay. Here we go. So, funny little thing. You can actually bypass this entire puzzle. I have learned, and I'm going to do that because I don't like this puzzle. What does happen if I, like, cast Blood Rain on this right now? And then we just need to... why do I have Blitz Attack? There we go. Where is... At this point, I'm too lazy to care. Oh, right. Not how that works. There you go. How that works. Alright. My cat is complaining and I don't know why. Because we are not at a stage where they should be getting food yet.
I have made it mine.
Okay. That's creepy. Oh, wait. I could probably talk to him, couldn't I? Oh well. Doesn't really matter.
No sign of Lucian's body. Has Dallas beaten us here?
I mean, probably. Alright. Let's go.
Venture no farther. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not. To cross this threshold is to plunge very well.
Careful, I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Okay, hold up. This is apparently a really shitty fight. Activate. Time for the final battle. Make sure you're ready before you. They can be permanently killed. Yada yada yada. Potency, order, wisdom, empathy, righteousness. The sequence does not matter. Wisdom. Fuck!
Yields and none. Something happened, I think.
Wisdom.
Glory is mine.
Potency.
That lever did something. I could feel it.
I still have Phoenix Dive. Ah, crap. Empathy's on the other side here, I guess. Yeah, okay. Let's do that one first then. The issue is you can't actually kill these things. That's the big issue.
It worked. I heard gears moving.
Anything on me? No? Okay. This is what I've been saving up these things for.
Moving to involuntary death assistant. Moving to hazardous concoction generator.
Wait! Really?
Rapid descent cranial disruptor.
Oh, did you just pull that one again?
Moving to reinforcement deployment.
Okay. There's two left. Order and righteousness. Grace, nope. Merciless, nope. Valor, nope. I should have just used the thingy. Order is over there. Order, and then righteousness. Okay. There is an option. That's just me, at this point, just using all of my points. Let's be honest about this for a second, and just skin grafting this shit. Fuck it. No, wait, hold on. At this point, I'm just gonna do it the less clean way. The one thing I just don't know is if that reset the levers or not. Grace, which was it? Mercilessness. That's righteousness. And at this point, still have one teleport. Where's order? Tenaciousness, steadfast, valor, candor, fortitude. Where the fuck is order? There it is. Okay. That was fine. That was fine. Cost me a source point, but that's okay.
Careful. I've spotted a trap.
I feel like those only activate the moment you actually, like... I don't know. They, like, use some sort of a lever. Alright. Oh, this is it, boys. This is it. So, what am I doing? First of all, putting down a pyramid. Second of all, getting back this one. Third of all, getting back the yellow one. Finally, we're not going to be able to retreat once we're done here. So, how do we want to do this skill-wise? Which skills do I need? Which ones do I not? Pretty sure those two can go. Skin graft I'd like to keep. Do we want to put Apotheosis Bloodstorm in here? Am I gonna need Apotheosis Bloodstorm? I mean, I might as well. I think I have like infinite source during this fight. So I kind of want to just like take away 3 points of strength. Just to do that, you know, like, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's Apotheosis. It gives me buffs, it gives me power, like, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's not like I'm, you know, short on stats or anything. Like, I've been putting stats into strength for no reason. 2 here, 2 here. Alright, let's have a look. Is there anything... So, let's put these two in here. Okay. Why do I all of a sudden have 3 more points? Something I need. Enraged, no, because I use skills. Why do I not have Corpse Explosion memorized? Why do I not have Haste memorized? Why do I not have Peace of Mind memorized? Why did I lose all those skills? What the hell happened? Did something happen to my gear? No, it didn't, right? That was weird. Oh, okay. None of the healing skills. I have scrolls in case of Armor of Frost shenanigans. I don't think I need silencing, so this should be fine. I have Grasp. Don't really need any of the others. I have Skin Graft. Yep, alright. Here we go.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself.
Let's end this. 40 minutes until Baldur's Gate. I can finish this in 40 minutes, right?
Come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. Thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
Thank you. The prayer will inspire and strengthen me.
Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Malady wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investments paid off after all.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe she stands before me now.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
You feel the power of your allies praying to you. Their devotion is providing you with infinite source. Say hello to the final part of Divinity Original Sin 2. And let's most of all make sure that we have more than 70 initiative for this. Okay. Alright.
Sabine, Godwoken. Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as bright to have come so far. Your divine welcomes you.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Wiedemann's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Wiedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
Okay. Clarifies very little.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the Veil. The 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
And why would they need worshippers?
During their lives, worshippers collect souls. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the Source-hungry gods.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the Source to the Veil. When we are done, there shall be no more Source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
Okay. Wouldn't closing the hole doom Dallas's king and people to the endless void?
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of Source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the 7 the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane.
Excuse me? Oh shit.
But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the 7 and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother.
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes.
Doesn't that mean you really have to make a playthrough with
betrays her
Fane?
grief, but her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
He never even looked for me. He never even looked for her!
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Riverlong. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
Okay. So what happened to the real Dallas?
She sacrificed herself for the betterment of Riverlon. She didn't do it willingly, mind you. Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there. And then I took her place. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation of Riverlon.
Cool. So, and how exactly are you gonna make peace with brutal action?
While Dallas sought the Aetherin, I started draining the gods of their source.
Oh, that's fine.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Yeah, brackets, shut the fuck
One
up.
more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
So you weakened the gods and allowed the Voidwoken to appear.
Yes, in a sense. When the Death Fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tias and Dilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
The Aetherin now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power. But the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Riverlon, you must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm not really interested in being a silent monk.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
And there won't be a true divine.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall
It's
reign.
never gonna last, buddy. So Lucian's massacre of the masters and students at the academy wasn't really done to aid Alexander, then?
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
How about you people shut the fuck up?
Then let us proceed.
Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero.
No.
Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivalon.
Ha! If you want my soul, you'll have to take it by force. Try and it'll cost you your life.
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage. But I shall help you. Though it pains me, your sacrifice shall be made for you. Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way, but there is too much at stake. This is the end.
For you, maybe. Alright, we are under Apotheosis. We are under Clear Mind. And you have 77 wits. So, one of the things that I love is the fact, you'll notice that in a second, but you don't actually hear the sound effects anymore. You just hear the music with, like, the reverb. Just the 6 of you, huh? Alright, let's have a look at all of you. Just to be safe. I mostly want to know if any of you has retribution. Doesn't seem like it. Nope. Do you, Lucian? You do not. Perfect. Okay. First of all, because that's the entire reason I got this. So now all my stuff costs 2 AP less. I have a large intelligence, do I? $87. It's not that great. I also forgot to use the Utarian artifacts, I just realized. Alright, here we go. Bye, guys. You know what? Just to be safe. Impressive. Very impressive.
pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in.
Dallis groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen and done. You think of the Magisters, and the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides. You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be? Shall you be divine?
Fuck yes.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
I shall become the new divine.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new Godwoken will rise.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a successful solo honor mode run.
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged. Divinity suits you.
I am God.
Malady stands tall and proud. Sunlight.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
Don't look too bad yourself.
Actually, I've never looked better. Except for one small thing.
She fingers the mask, covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it. But instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Where'd you plan to go?
Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300.
300? Wow.
You've earned it.
At the same time?
And when the time comes, I'll come find you. Your Holiness.
Well, if it isn't the new Divine gracing me with her presence. How honored I am.
Oi.
Tarquin's smirk wilts into a glower.
I didn't come all this way to show deference. Some friendly advice. All who rise are capable of falling. Gods, the Divine, anyone. Remember where you came from. The last thing this world needs is more tyrants.
Right, what you planning?
That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Gustavgen? No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language.
Is that DOS3?
But myself, naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds.
Is that a Baldur's Gate 3 reference? Creatures that feed on minds? You mean like mind flayers?
I intend to seek them out. This Gustavgen seems to guard portals.
Oh, please tell me that Tarkin is gonna be like a character in Baldur's Gate. That'd be hilarious.
Amazing I'm still here. That we're still here. That Lucian, well, that relationship always was complicated, wasn't it?
Yes, it
You're
was.
so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new Divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
Don't worry about it.
Gareth beams. For the first time, he is his own man. Yet his enthusiasm is not a man's, but a child's.
A friend, yes. That I know how to be.
For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of friends and enemies, of malady and magisters, of demons and divinity. He is then in the present once more, and smiles at you.
Friends. I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucian's shadow. I was his shadow. Now I stand in the sun as my own man. I just don't know who that man is. And so I find out. My goal is to have a goal, if that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, well, that's all I've got.
Losa winks, and Kurtz is in place.
Probably just happy I killed the demon.
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one. Reform my ways.
Her eyes flick down to your mouth. She smiles coyly, her mouth meets yours, and devours you with predatory abandon. Somewhere in...
Something to remember me by, darling.
What's next?
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet from the Halley and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
Alright. Fane, you got some splaining to do, buddy.
I suppose it's time for me to explore a new form.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Good to see you.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
Alright, let's go.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. With Justinia dead, the Dwarven Kingdom descended into chaos. But although they did not join the Divine Alliance, many joined the fight against the Void, and did their people great honor in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still.
Oh shit.
Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine.
How positive!
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx battled on. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new Divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again.
He is so in Baldur's Gate.
Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary,
right, I never
happy
killed
to
her.
wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess. Sahala sought to strengthen the elven alliance with the new divine.
Right.
Her powers
She's
of
also
sight
still
proved
alive.
useful in the ongoing war against the Void. But she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior.
Right.
And then there was you. You, Sabine, the elven divine. What did you do with your power? What kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done?
Yes.
Did you regret becoming divine?
No.
Did you wish you'd surrendered the power that runs through your veins
No.
and sealed the veil? Did you bring back the ancestor trees?
No.
Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Sins? What sins? Oh, right, those sins. Oh, God. Right on time. There's 3 more minutes until we're done. Alright. So, you guys, I am going to end the stream here.